Alright, so if you're watching this, this is the championship game for Season 3 of AI Survivor. We have 6 AIs who have made it here. I think we have a really strong field, so just to go around and introduce them one at a time. Up here in the north, at the 12 o'clock position on the map, we have Mansa Musa of Mali. Mansa has won both of the games he appeared in, so he has gone first place in his 2 games. And he has pretty much lived up to his reputation of being the strongest economic leader in this game. So then, if we circle around this round Pangea map, we have Pakal of Mali, not Mali, Pakal of the Mayans, and I will probably misspeak that a number of times, Mali and Maya in this game. He's also one of the best economic leaders in this game. He's gotten kind of a circuitous route here. He's finished second in a couple different games. He finished, I think, third in his opening round game, then made it to the wildcard game, finished second in kind of really weird fashion in the wildcard game, then finished second again in his playoff game. So, yeah, it's been kind of an odd path here, but the map sets up pretty well for Pakal, and we'll see what he can make of this game. Down here is Kublai Khan of the Mongols. Don't be fooled by the yellow borders. It's just to help tell them apart a little bit more. Kublai Khan's had a pretty good run as well. He finished third in his opening round game, then went to the wildcard game and won the wildcard game, then finished second in his playoff game. So he has a first place and a second place finish in his matches thus far. For whatever reason, Kublai always seems to be overlooked in this competition. He generally doesn't get a lot of picks, and that's true in this championship. But this is his second year in a row he's been in the championship game, so he's doing something right. Pakal was also in the championship game last year, and Mansa Musa was in the championship game 2 seasons ago, so this is also his second trip there. Kublai appears to be missing units. I don't think so. I don't think so. Are we seeing, is it that he only has 2 archers instead of 4? Maybe that's it. Yeah, he seems to be missing 2 archers, so we'll just pop those in there. I don't know why he's missing archers, but good catch. Fortunately, it's an easy fix. All right, there we go. I don't know why he had 2 fewer than anyone else. Anyway, continuing along here, we have Julius Caesar of Rome. He has also been one of the more dominant leaders in the competition this year. He has also gone first place. He had some difficult path to reach the championship, though. He almost lost a cultural victory to Elizabeth in the very first game he played in the opening round. He managed to kill her take one of her legendary cities about 5 turns before Elizabeth was going to win the game by culture, so that was pretty impressive. But yeah, first place in the opening round, first place in his playoff game, has been very dominant thus far. And he does have iron near his capital, like everyone does in this game. It's a mirrored map, so we'll see what he makes of that. Over here on the southwest corner, we have Justinian. He has finished first place in the opening round and then second place in the playoffs to get here, so a first and second place finish. Justinian was our winner of the competition in Season 1. This is Season 3, so he has kind of the past pedigree as well. Has obviously been to the championship before, since he won the entire competition. Looking to get back, had a great run this year after a poor showing in Season 2. And he's the favorite of a lot of people. I have also picked him to win this game, so I guess I'll be rooting for him. Then finally, up here in the northwest, we have Stalin of Russia. He's been the biggest surprise in this whole competition. All 5 of the other leaders have had really good past runs. Stalin, not so much. Did make the playoffs in Season 1, but didn't really do anything to make it there. This year, though, he's finished first. So we have 3 different gold winner leaders. We have Mansa Musa first, Stalin first, and Caesar first. That's really quite rare. We haven't had anything like that in past seasons. Stalin has just been basically killing everyone. He has 6 kills in his first 2 games, 3 kills in the opening round, 3 kills in the playoff game. Same thing for Julius Caesar, 3 kills in the opening round, 3 kills in the playoff game. So, yeah, he's a bit of a surprise. I'm not sure if he's quite as strong as some of these other leaders, but he's going to be a tough out given his past history in this game. And as was pointed out in some of the comments, we have first Rome in actual Rome, we have second Rome in Byzantium, and then we have third Rome in Russia. So should make for a fun game. Let's go ahead and let's get started. So we want to watch to see where the initial religions go. Interestingly, no one is researching a religion out of the gate. Look at this, a lot of fishing. That's logical because everyone has these seafood resources at the capital, but lots of focus on fishing. And then Caesar, who starts with fishing, is going for bronze working. Only Mansa Musa is going for an initial mysticism. All right, so we're going to watch to see where the settlers go in that case. If you watch the archer, like if you watch these archers that are away from the cities, that's where their settlers are going. So look at this. Pakal is going towards Mansa. Mansa's heading towards the center of the continent. Caesar's heading east towards Kublai Khan. No one's planted yet. Let's look at the research. So still everybody on fishing. So nothing going on in the religious race just yet. All right, has anyone planted yet? Yes, okay, so we've got our first city, Justinian, over here. Nice spot. Once he gets the borders popped, he's going to have the dry corn for food, and then he's secured his iron resource already. He doesn't know it's there yet. It's still hidden to him, but he has secured it nonetheless. Also has gone towards the center of the donut, which is usually a good thing. Look at this. Mansa and Pakal headed straight towards each other. All right, so we've got, look at this, and then Caesar and Kublai going straight towards each other too, leaving a lot of open space over here on the back end, and then also over here on the back end. All right, so over here, Pakal's got a really nice spot. Look at this. He's claimed copper and iron, and he's got the grassland cow for food. So there is still another iron resource for Mansa over here. But if by some chance he would not get this, then he would be denied iron. Of course, if he loses that spot, then it's his own fault. All right, interesting. So that's a very nice city too. And over here, we haven't seen anyone found yet. Kublai and Caesar really, really searching out over there for their particular city spot. Mansa, yeah, and so he is going for religion. It looks like Mansa and Justinian are going to get the first religions based on what we're seeing. Pakal, oddly, not going for an early religion. Kind of weird. Stalin's got a nice spot too. Ivory, that'll help him with early happiness. The AI often struggles with happiness early on, even with all their cheats. So that Ivory is nice. And the Pigs resource provides food, lots of hills. That's a great city for the AI. Mansa is now very close as well. Look at this. These guys are 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they're 5 tiles away. So be interesting to see who claims this territory, like right here, and who goes for that gold resource. Mansa needs to expand borders, but once he does, double food resource. Also claim the early ivory, so that's nice for him. All right, so and then Caesar and Kublai plant their cities as well. Really sweet spot for Caesar. He's also apparently already finished bronze working. I don't know if he popped it from a hut or what. He's going for a religion, but he's not going to get it. It looks like Justinian's going to found that, barring something weird. But like, look at this. Wet corn for food, iron for his Praetorians once he researches to iron working. Caesar already has bronze working because he just finished that, just revolted to slavery. So I think he popped that from a hut. And gold resource. Really nice. Oh, and horses too. This is an awesome city. Kublai, not quite as nice, but still good. Grassland cow for food, and then a whole bunch of calendar resources. Nowhere near as strong, but not bad. Well, Caesar will not get the gold connected because the AI only starts with one worker, and as you can see, he's over here building a farm in the middle of nowhere. This map's been setting up well for Caesar thus far because he farmed the corn, and then because he starts with fishing tech, he immediately was able to get a workboat out. Let's see, you said, someone mentioned that there's a settler being built. That's standard. The AI likes to start settlers in their second city at size 1. That's pretty common that they like to do that. All right, so let's advance a couple turns, see where the religious race is going. Yeah, Mansa looks like he's going to get the first religion. That's interesting. I would not have thought he would get it. But, yeah, look at this. Everybody and their mother's on polytheism, but it's going to be Justinian and Mansa that are going to get these. Looks like. Kublai's plant is horrendous for a second city. It's not the best. Not the best. He would have done better to go into this area, right? Get the ivory, the horses, the copper. Yeah, could have been a much better choice there for sure. All right, so let's see what Mansa does. So Mansa gets the first religion, claims Islam. So I'll screenshot that for the report later. So he's got a religion, and Justinian should get the next one. So we'll see if Mansa's able to spread his religion. If Pakal found his own religion, Mansa could be in even more diplomatic trouble than he's already in. There's Justinian already getting ready to found this. All right, so next turn. Christianity, of course, is his choice because we have choose religions on. Alright, so there's our 2 religions for the early game. Let's see who's doing a good job of improving their capital, shall we? So let's see, Caesar's connected his fish and his corn, and now he's building roads for some who the heck knows reason. You would think he would get his workers over here and improve these awesome tiles. Let's see what's going on over here. So similar thing for Kublai. He's connected his corn, he's connected the fish, and now he's building a road. The AI tends to mirror what they do. Yeah, same thing here, building the road. At least Pakal's already over to his second city. Mansa has not built any workboats yet, so he just has the corn, and then I guess he's going to improve that with a camp. Similar stuff over here, and Justinian, yeah. So pretty similar across the AIs. All have done more or less the same stuff. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I was shaky on Mansa as well, because it seems like he's going to get religions that'll make him even more unpopular than Peaceweight would. That said, Mansa looks like he's going to get the first settler out. Look at that, he's already got a settler underway. So hey, I'm like I said, I didn't pick Mansa, but I'm kind of rooting for him. I would love to see him do well and just like tear it up in this game, because I think either him or Huayna Capac are the best AIs in this game, just overall. There's Rome. See, Rome needs to start chopping down these trees and mining some tiles. But Imperialistic is very nice for the AI, because they struggle to expand a lot of the time. Yeah, so most people have got settlers under production, but it looks like Mansa's going to finish his first. So let's keep an eye out and see where he sends that when it's done. Mansa's already camped the ivory, so that's nice for him. Okay, this is really questionable. What is this? I don't know if you can read that, but Pakal built a cottage on his cow resource while he was researching animal husbandry, and now he's just going to immediately put a pasture over that. The AI is really dumb sometimes. I don't know what to say. AI is really stupid. Hopefully Caesar's smart enough to mine his gold resource. He is correctly farming the food tile first. I don't even know why he's building another workboat there. Whatever. It's the AI. Anyway, so Mansa's got his settler done. We'll keep an eye out for where he's sending that. Inland, it looks like. Also, there's a ton of barbs on the map already, which is no surprise, right? No barb cities yet, but a lot of barbarians in the middle of the map, because it's deity difficulty. Let's see. Stalin's got a settler in production. So does Justinian. Caesar's almost got one done. Kublai is very slowly building one in Beshbalik. I don't see one out of Pakal yet. He should probably start one. He's been focusing on building up his capital, it looks like. Alright, here comes Mansa. He's probably going to settle in this region. He's doing a good job of pushing towards the center of the map, though. And a lot of people are on bronze working now, which is a good tech for most of them. Yep, so Caesar, to his credit, is connecting his resources here. Here goes his settler. So his settler's headed west into this area. You know, if Caesar gets both gold resources, that would be really sweet for him. Anyway, here's Mansa's third city. Positioned in a spot where he can claim copper after borders expand, a wet rice for food, and a grassland cow. So that's a great city, too. Religion's already spread here, too. This is one of those things where you found a religion and you found a city and the religion spreads on the exact same turn. Kind of weird how that can happen sometimes. Yeah. Barbarian nation. We'll see. The barbs will stick around for a little while. I'm sure they'll be around for about the first 120 or so turns in the game. So now we'll watch where Caesar's settler is heading. He looks like he's headed over here to this resource cluster. This resource cluster is exactly halfway between Justinian and Caesar, so they both have pretty fair claim to this. It's always interesting to see who gets what. And who's got the next settler coming out? I think Stalin just finished one. Or not. I thought he was working on one. Well, we'll keep checking in. Alright, so Caesar doesn't go for the coast. He goes for this area in the hills. A little low on food, but it does have the sheep. I would not have picked this spot if I were Caesar. But who knows, whatever. At least he has his gold resource connected. Kublai is still building this settler in that size 1 city. I mean, I guess it allowed his capital to develop a little bit more, but he pretty much just grew his capital into unhappiness. Let's see if he's smart enough to go grab this. Oh, so good question, Philly DDD. There's no stone or marble on this map, so that's kind of a buff to industrious civs, because the wonders are slow to build for everyone. So yeah, no stone or marble. Good question. You guys probably noticed. All right, so Stalin's back on the settler now. He stopped for a second. I think Justinian is the only one with a settler done right now. I'm also trying to keep an eye out to see if anyone goes for that third religion. I expect it'll be Pakal, but maybe not. Also, if anyone goes for ironworking. Alright, so Justinian heading further towards the center of the map. Kind of beelining in that direction, actually. So yeah, that might delay monotheism, because one of the reasons why they typically go for monotheism is they have like a stone or marble to connect. Alright, so double food bonus, but in the second ring. So a little slow to get started, but another ivory resource, or a ivory resource. He doesn't have one connected yet. This is typical AI stuff. Instead of chopping these forests and getting good early return, the AI is building way more farms than it could ever need. So that the city, which already has ridiculous amounts of food, like you have a 5 food, a 4 food, and a 6 food tile. Why in the world you would need 3 food farms is beyond me. But whatever, the AI loves to build its farms. Let's see if anyone's on a wonder yet. Doesn't look like it. Oh, yes, as I say that, Stalin is working on Stonehenge. And let's see who has a settler out. So Kublai has one wandering around. Caesar does not, that's a worker. And here's Stalin. Okay, so Stalin and Kublai have settlers out right now. There's a very small chance this settler could die if there's a truly horrible dice roll. I don't expect that to happen. Yeah, it only did 0.4 damage, but it could have happened. So third city for Stalin doesn't claim very much territory. It's a pretty good city with the pigs for food and the horses, but it's only 3 tiles from St. Petersburg. So like I said, doesn't really grab a lot of territory. And this is where Kublai probably should have gone with this second city. Pigs, horses, ivory, good spot. Good decision. How about Pakal? Does he have a settler out? Yes, he does. He's often been slow to expand, but fortunately for him, not that slow to expand. Looks like he wants this. He's probably going to found either on this tile or this tile. One of these two, I expect. Let's see. Nope, I was wrong. He planted on the ivory. I'm curious as to why he did that, but okay. So here's something that I was not expecting. Caesar going for monotheism. That's going to give him a different religion than Justinian, and that means my plan for the game is not going to happen. I had Caesar and Justinian being buds the whole game due to religion, so that's not going to happen. Is there a city on the coast between Stalin and Mansa? Yes, there's a Barb city. Ah, good call. So we have a Barb city here, and a very good one. That's going to cause trouble for Mansa for sure. So if we want to zoom out and get like the larger picture right now, middle of the map is still very open. Not good for Mansa that he's got that Barb city to deal with. That's a place he probably would have been claiming. All right, so interesting. So, oh, the Stonehenge race is on. It looks like Stalin's going to win that. And Caesar, I think, is the first one to go for a 4th city. I think he's the only one I see with a settler. Also, he's going to get religion to pop up over here in Antium in like 2 turns. Olmec claims... Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's really key. Thank you, Burninator. So there's the Stonehenge build. That's a good wonder for Stalin, though. He has trouble expanding borders. With him being industrious, it's a pretty cheap wonder to build. It'll get him a great profit in 50 or so turns. And it really accelerates the development of these little cities. So it's probably worthwhile for him to stop and take the time to do that. Stalin's been improving his capital well, too. Look at all these improved tiles. He's got several of the hills mined already. Yeah, he's done a nice job down there. And in the meantime, so the next thing we're going to see is Caesar popping his religion. So he went for Buddhism just randomly. I don't think Rome has any preference for any one religion as far as how it's set up. And he just finished another settler, so we'll keep an eye on that too. Yeah, but that means the friendship I expected to see between Justinian and Caesar is not going to materialize. So my prediction for the game is already been thrown off a little bit. Mansa is working on a settler. Pakal is too. Does Mansa have an... Alright, he doesn't have a metal yet, but he's going to connect it there. He's also cottaging his iron. But of course he doesn't know the iron's there yet. Alright, well, if you've got Caesar, that's a good sign. He's already going for iron working. Oh, and we have our Barb City pop up in the middle of the map too. Right there, Mycenaean. We'll see who gets claim on that spot. So, the race is on to see who gets how much territory. Like I said, so yeah, most leaders are working on their settler for their 4th city. Caesar's the only one who has it done because he's imperialistic. He gets a head start. Justinian, of course, is imperialistic as well, but he paused to build Stonehenge, and that slowed him down a little bit. This unit's probably going to go right in this area. I will say one thing Caesar's done that's is working really well for him is he's managed to pick up the gold resource on this side, and he's probably going to get the gold resource on this side too, because he's already claimed, like he's already got a city right here. We'll see. Maybe Justinian slips in a settler right there, but you know, if you get both of the gold resources, you're in good shape. Similarly, up here, this one's still available. This one's not close to anyone right now. That one, so a lot of them are still up for grabs. It's not just the commerce output of the gold resource, although that's noteworthy in and of itself. It's also just the happiness. The extra happiness makes a big deal. And there's one silver resource on the exact dead center tile of the map. We'll see who gets that one. That's the only one on the map. All right, let me see where else settlers are moving around. Some should have just been finished. All right, so here's Mansa. He's got one in this city, right? No, he doesn't. That's a worker, not a settler. I thought he was building one in... Oh, no. He's building one in Dejene, and it's not done yet. Stalin, nope, that's a workboat. Justinian just finished one. Okay, so Justinian finished his settler. And I guess that's it. I guess everyone else is still working. Pakal is on double settler, though, which is pretty cool. Good for him. Caesar has 2 barbs about to attack this unit, but it's guarded by two archers, so it should be fine. Yeah. So he was able to grab that. I don't know if that's where I would have settled. This is not Civ 6 where you want to be on the river. I mean, I guess it's fine. Copper, grassland, cows in the second ring, whatever. Just feels like he could have put it on like this tile, and then he wouldn't have had to wait for borders to expand. Like he could have gotten all of the resources without waiting for borders to expand. Whatever. It's the AI. Olmec is on the wrong side of Malian territory. It should be, oh yeah, it should be next to Maya, indeed. Stalin and Justinian are going to end up Christian buds again. Yeah, it does look like that. So maybe the two of them end up renewing their alliance from the playoff game that they were in. They are indeed on the same river, so there's a really good chance that Christianity is going to spread to Stalin. And Mansa, if he's smart, will spread his religion over to Pakal. That would give him kind of the counterweight he needs in this game. He needs one ally to be successful, at least one. More would be better, but like he needs at least one ally. Okay, so Justinian has a settler out. I think he's the other one. Oh, so he's going north with this one, not towards Caesar, towards Stalin. All right, so not a great city, but plenty of food. Claims the ivory, so not bad. He's the first one to forward. Okay, and I missed this one, so Mansa's settler goes here. Mansa has gone completely towards Pakal. He has not settled towards Stalin at all in this game. Maybe he's spooked by the presence of that Barb city. But he's also out to 4 cities as well. Pakal's building the Great Wall. So, center of the map's still very much open. And we'll see where... And a lot of the seacoast is open too. Like, there's room for cities up here. Rome's building missionaries. I wonder if Rome will spread his religion over here. Because it certainly looks like Kublai could pick up his... You know, we could see these alliances from past games, right? Because Stalin and Justinian were in a playoff game together, and they might get a religious friendship. Caesar and Kublai were in a game together. They might be religious friends. And then Mansa and Pakal were in a playoff game together. They also might be religious friends. That would be pretty funny. Yeah. If you want to just get a quick look at Diplo, Mansa's already, yeah, so this is why a lot of us haven't picked Mansa first to die. He's already the worst enemy of 3 different leaders. Justinian's the worst enemy of Mansa. That's weird. Okay. The real Holy Roman Empire, yeah. And so otherwise we'll keep an eye out for more settlers. I'm trying to see. I think Pakal's got, yeah, Pakal has one. Pakal's been like one of the last ones to expand at each round of like expansion here, but he has been getting cities out. So to his credit, he's at 4 like everybody else. Kublai is actually the slowest to expand, which is not like him. Usually he's pretty aggressive about it. He doesn't appear to have a settler in production. Oh, he's got one in production at Beshbalik. Boy, his mistake has been building settlers out of Beshbalik. That is not the city he should be building them out of. Oh, and Stalin's a little bit behind too. Yeah, he's been slowed as well. I'm not exactly sure why. But to no one's surprise, Mansa's first in score. Caesar also about to get iron working. So we will have early Praetorians in play once again. Caesar on double settler as well. Looking sharp down there. Mansa looking pretty good too. It's just his diplomatic situation is so bad. If Rome gets the Praetorians out, Rome will be the strong favorite to capture this city, just because Praetorians will chop right through those archers. I'm kind of wishing I had picked Caesar right now instead of Justinian. Alright, so there it is. There's Pakal picking up Mansa's religion. Could be big. Will definitely help Mansa diplomatically. Let's see what that does to his relationship with Pakal. So he's cautious. Pakal, where's his? Still just cautious, but that brothers and sisters of the faith will build over time. Yeah, Mansa, his diplomatic situation is just so bad. Yeah, and Rome's on double settler down here. Actually, I think Rome just finished one of them. Did Rome finish one or swap off one of them? Nope. Nope, Rome just finished both of them, so we'll see. See how aggressive Rome gets here. Alright, and that's 50 turns. So let's do our stock of the game. 50 turns in. Okay, I can't... It's a little harder for me to do my normal zoom out map of the game, yeah. Because this is kind of an oddly shaped map. Alright. That's what happens if you zoom out too far, by the way. So let's drop the interface so I can get a better screenshot. So this is our overview right now. In terms of score, Mansa's in first, to no one's surprise. Tearing it up as usual. Getting ready to expand again. Has converted one potential ally. Pakal's on the Oracle over here. Justinian's doing pretty well. So like he's kind of like sealed off a little bit of territory if I zoom out. Like I feel like he's kind of like sealed off this territory, not to repeat myself, but that's what it looks like. Caesar still has a lot of room to expand because Justinian has not sent anything to his southeast yet. I think Caesar's also the favorite to get this. I will say that Kublai has been struggling. I don't really like the way he's been doing. Oh, Pakal's first to 5. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's a great pickup for him. He'll get the sheep tile, and he's grabbed the gold. So that is denied to Mali for the time being. We also have a lot of people heading after this city, but I don't think it's going to fall anytime soon. It would not get auto-raised because it's already grown to size 2. Yeah, so Stalin, I think, is struggling, and Kublai, I think, is struggling. And sure enough, they're last place leaders in score. So score, not always 100% accurate, but it can be a reasonable proxy. All right, no real difference in GMP yet. Caesar's first in production. Justinian's last, kind of interesting. Food, no huge distinctions yet. Kublai seems to be running a little bit behind, and power is relatively equal. Big spikes from Mansa and Caesar, actually. Again, if Mansa gets time, like the whole game is on the clock here. If Mansa gets time, they're going to lose. All right, so that's where we stand. If you want the quick look at diplomacy, it still not too much has shaped up yet. Basically, Mansa is unpopular with pretty much everyone, except maybe Pakal. Just a tough map for him. So Mansa, yeah, Mansa's probably not going to get either of the gold resources, which is too bad for him. He'll probably still be okay, though, because he's Mansa. And Justinian, most cultured. Interesting. Alright, so let's see. Here comes a settler from Caesar. Caesar is also finished ironworking now, so don't be surprised to see Praetorians. Alright, so Maya builds a Great Wall that's not really that useful on this map. At least it gets a cool look. This is like a legit looking Great Wall, though. I also like this little segment right here. Just like, you know what? We really have to protect ourselves from the barbarians on this tile. Let's seal them out. Obviously, it just goes wherever your borders are at the time it's constructed, but anyway, I find it amusing. Does Stalin have a settler out? Okay, he does. He's got a settler moving up here. Alright, so, boy, Stalin just doesn't want to claim territory, does he? All his cities are like 3 tiles away. I mean, this one's not that bad or anything. It's just, well, it is bad. There's no food bonuses. So, yeah, that is a pretty bad city. It's just weird that, like, he doesn't want to claim territory. He's being so defensive with these plants. Meanwhile, Caesar's got 2 cities, 2 settlers over here. That one claims a rice tile, pretty much single-handedly making it a worthwhile city. And he's got another one up here. So Caesar's doing a good job at the bottom of the map. His tech rate's probably awful right now because he's expanded so much and he doesn't really have much in the way of economic traits. But look, double settlers again. Rome likes to expand, just like in the real world. And Pakal is going for another wonder. But wait, Mansa? Okay, Mansa planted this city, which apparently has no defenders in it. So that means he'll have access to iron. And we'll see if who gets Olmec. So just 2 barb cities right now, I think. Did we get a third one somewhere? Yes, we did. That one, Tartar. So all of these are capturable. None of them will be auto raised. I mean, Tartar is only size 1, but it's about to grow to size 2. So, yeah, a lot of opportunities for people to grab these. Rome just picked up another city too. Will be great once it gets the pig. Well, not great, but a solid city once it gets the pigs. Laxa River doesn't have that many hills, but yeah, good. Will be good down the road. Caesar's also building Temple of Artemis for some unknown reason. I really like the way Caesar's playing this. I wish I had picked him instead of Justinian at this point. Yeah, Tartar's on the wrong side, should be next to Mongolia, indeed. Yeah, I really wish I'd picked Caesar now, but oh well. Water under the bridge. I thought just the map set up better for Justinian than it did for him. So a lot of people on ironworking and a lot of people on monarchy right now. Monarchy makes sense because everyone should have a wines resource somewhere, and frankly the AI can use the happiness from hereditary rule. Alright, so still pretty quiet, still a lot of room on this map for expansion. Let me see if anyone else has a settler out right now. So I think Kublay's got one over here somewhere. Yeah, he's got one in this city, right here. So maybe we'll keep an eye on that one and see where it goes. He actually looks like he's building up maybe for an attack down here. And Pakal continues his wonder ways. Let's see what he grabbed. Probably metal casting. It's the most common tech for the AI to grab. And he did take metal casting, no surprise. It's still possible for Pakal to go out and grab a religion too. Pakal has a pretty strong religious preference in this game, and I wouldn't be shocked if he went for the Code of Laws religion. Caesar still has not expanded his religion over to Kublai, although you'd think that that would probably happen sooner or later. He looks like he's been spreading it to his own cities. And look, we do have Praetorians out on the map now. Justinian has not spread his religion to Stalin either, which is something I also expect to happen sooner rather than later. Monarchy unlocks wineries. Don't ask why. It's just one of those things that happens in Civ4. Yeah, Rome's pumping out the Praetorians now, and that's a bad sign for everybody else. Yeah, but we actually haven't seen as much expansion as I thought. The AIs have been a little bit slower to expand than I was thinking they would. Stalin and Kublai in particular. So Kublai finally got out to 4 cities, but man, he is struggling on this particular start. I don't know why. Maybe just something about his programming is just not handling this well. Stalin too, not doing as well. Oh well. Look at this. Look at Mansa's all the way down here. Mansa's like, I don't care what the diplomatic situation looks like. I'm just going to keep pumping out settlers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's got another settler in production too. So Team Mansa looking pretty strong. Yeah, a lot of people on Temple of Artemis. I don't get it. AI loves that wonder. Did Rome finish those settlers it had? So Justinian did plant this spot over here, and Rome's got another city settler here. So they look like they're going to divide that up over here. Oop, what's going on? Computer, what are you doing? Computer, what are you doing? Why? My computer does this sometimes. I don't know why. All right, so unplug the mouse, plug the mouse back in, and what the heck? Why is that happening? Okay. Oh wait, that's not the mouse. That's the wrong. That's the mouse. Okay. All right, let's try this again. All right, that fixed it. Okay, so we're good. Interesting. It's just like all of a sudden the mouse just wanted to scroll up to the top of the screen. Anyway, so Justinian is expanding decently, although in kind of a weird shape. He's now down here. While the center of the map is still pretty wide open for just about anyone who wants it. All right, getting back to, I was checking where settlers were. All right, Justinian has another one in Thessalonica. Caesar has one here. Caesar has another one here. Because Caesar's just cranking them out like a madman. Mansa is apparently attacking that city. Good luck with your archers. See, once these Praetorians get up here, though, that Barb city's dead. So I expect Caesar to be the one to take that. And Caesar apparently conceded this area. He's turned around and is walking north with his other settler down here. But yeah, he just founded Mediolanum. So Mansa's already finished monarchy and gone into hereditary rule. That might help him, though, because monarchy is the favorite civic of a lot of people. So he might be able to get... Do any of these leaders have hereditary rule? All right, so Pakal does. So he looks like he's going to be on good terms with Pakal. He's running Pakal's favorite civic. They're sharing the same religion, so that could help him out a lot. See, Pakal's up to +3, and it'll continue to get higher. Meanwhile, he's pleased with Pakal. Of course, everyone else hates him. He's the worst. Mansa's the worst enemy of everyone else in the game. But maybe if Pakal's his friend, he'll be able to do something. We'll see. Caesar is certainly cutting off Kublai. I'd say Caesar's gotten the bulk of the territory in this part of the map. And Stalin has slowly expanded, so he was struggling before. This getting out here to where Yaroslavl is nice. And Mansa's just like due south. He can backfill cities like here and here later if he's able to get the Barb spot. Yeah, here comes the Praetorian. Of course, the one thing that Caesar ought to watch out for is he could attack and then someone else slips in, one of these other units slips in and gets the actual city kill. One of these other guys. All right, so Kublai converted... Wait, Kublai converted to Islam? Ooh, interesting. So Gandhi's not Gandhi. Mansa's picked up another potential religious ally. Let's see how that shifts. Probably not much yet. So it's gotten him up to cautious. That's good. And he's no longer the worst enemy of Kublai. Has anyone else become the worst enemy of Kublai? No. Yep, and Kublai joins Team Mansa. I know, right? So that's pretty helpful. Over here, Justinian looks like he's going to get this spot. He is just attacking with archers, though, so maybe not. I guess he's not attacking yet. I don't know where this Praetorian's going. I guess it's not going to the Barb City, though. Caesar still has a settler wandering around over here. I don't think he knows what to do with it, though. Turned around and walked back into his territory. I think it's one of those things where he decided to stop expanding until his finances improved. And Pakal's got an unescorted settler over here. I don't know why the AI does that. Jeez, look at how far south Mansa's gotten. So he's taken he's pretty much taken the center of the map. Where's that silver resource again? All right, so here's the dead center right here. And he's almost gotten all the way down there. Pretty impressive from Mansa to get that far down the map. And of course, as mentioned, Mansa, Justinian sniped this. Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah. I think he was planning to go here, but you're right. Justinian sniped that spot. And the Barb cities are still very much available. Mansa's got a chariot. That might... Well, he probably needs something stronger than a chariot, but maybe he'll have more success there. The AI does get big combat bonuses against barbarians. I still don't understand... Oh, so who ultimately got the Temple of Artemis? It's a terrible wonder. I'm just curious because a lot of people are building it. Rome! Rome got it. All right. Huh. So you got a free priest. Well, that free priest will probably... well, he'll get either a merchant or a priest out of that. And I guess it was in this city. All right. Yep, there it is. If you're curious. That's the Temple of Artemis right there. A little bit fancier than the barracks and the granary and that huge monument. Oh, hello, Axeman. There we go. That will help Caesar a little bit economically. Probably wasn't worth it, but will help somewhat. I just can't get over how far south Mansa's pushed. So now we can get border tension with everyone else. That's an early construction from Pakal. And Caesar's now in hereditary rule as well. He does have wines. So Caesar has a lot of happiness resources. He's doing well there, plus a religion. Over here, Pakal now has a Hulkin randomly over here. So the map's mostly full at this point. Pretty close to it. So let's go ahead and reveal the map so that we'll get notifications if wonders are built in any of these cities. Kublai is finally out to 6 cities. He's mostly out of room to expand, though. Justinian has got a unit right here. I guess he's going to claim that silver. Yep. Okay, so Justinian claims the silver in the center of the map. And Justinian did get this gold resource, so that's a nice pickup for him. This is a great city. It's heavily pressured by Roman culture, but he did get that. And Mansa's going to bury the fourth religion. No, I don't think we've had any shrines finished yet. Good question. No shrines done yet. They show up as world wonders. Look at this. Mansa's capital is size 11. I mean, granted, there's some other big capitals, but still, that's pretty crazy. And he's about to grow again. See, this is why they need happiness resources so badly. They've got tons of food at their capital. They just need the luxuries to keep them happy. So yeah, Mansa is still unpopular with most everyone except not Pakal and not Kublai. Those relations should still be getting better with Kublai over time as more cities convert to Islam. But the other 3 AIs do not like him. So that could be an issue. Interesting that Caesar is now the worst enemy of Mansa Musa. Let's just see if anyone's got a big stack in terms of power. Caesar. Caesar has the most power by quite a bit. Praetorians. That's Praetorians for you. Well, we'll see if he directs them at anyone. Mansa would be the most likely target. This city is still just sitting there like a fruit ready to be plucked on the vine. There's a bunch of archers and a skirmisher outside. Once someone sends some actual combat units, it'll probably fall. This one is like practically a barbarian metropolis at this point. Yeah, so mostly at this point I'm watching to see who's going to take these barb cities. So Kublai's got... Alright, Kublai is probably going to get this. He has a legit stack here. 2 chariots. Nope, Stalin with random archers takes it. Alright. Interesting. Also, that's Mansa founding a minority religion and burying it, so it shouldn't end up affecting anything. Caesar's actually taken over the first place score point, though. Score mark, which is interesting. That's really... oh, hey, what's this? Rome's got a little stack here. Where's this going? Looks like it's headed for Mansa. Yep. So it looks like we're getting ready to see our first war of the game. Alright, we had a request for a close-up of the Hulkin. Is that one? No, that's a sword. There's one over here. Alright, here you go. with their crazy shields. There you go. Barb cities can culturally flip, yeah. They're treated just like normal cities that way. Can happen. But yeah, it sure looks like Caesar's getting ready to go attack Mansa, which is probably not the best target for him, but it will hurt Mansa, that's for sure. Well, we'll see, because it sure looks like that's where these guys are going. Over here, this city is still not getting attacked. And whatever the attack was against that city, it didn't work. Alright. So, as we suspected... Okay, Stalin, yes, we'll sign open borders. So, first war of the game. Not really a surprise, considering how unpopular poor Mansa is with all the other leaders. So Mansa could probably beat any of these other leaders just fine, 1v1, but